Today, the most valuable and the most powerful part of your corporate brand is what your customers and clients say about your brand to their contacts. And of course, with social media today, that goes global instantly. And what they say about your brand will always come through an interaction with a person, whether that's a board director or whether it's a person who they meet, first of all, on the phone when they call the office. It's going to be an experience that they have with a person. So today, your brand is really about the people experience. The Institute of Customer Service did a study last year, and for the first time in that study, what they've proved is that there is a direct correlation between customer experience and retail figures. Now, for those of you in the retail world, you may know that, but it doesn't take much to work out that that can translate to any business today. The customer experience is the brand. That's the bit that gets talked about frequently. So there's never been a better opportunity for you and your businesses today to stand out from the crowd, to differentiate yourself with the people and the experience you give your customers, to build that trust and loyalty and consistency with the brand. I believe that there's a lot of money put into branding today, as we know. Millions of rands, millions of dollars are spent on corporate branding today in all of these areas. There's sponsorship and advertising and websites and brochures and logos. Millions of rand go into those areas. And traditionally, this is what we thought was the brand reality. But today, I believe it's not just those elements. It's all of those, but with this ring around the outside, which is the people. That's the glue and the strength that holds your corporate brand together. If there's a chink in that outer ring, in the way people behave, it will leak and hemorrhage potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of rands worth of corporate brand investment. We can't easily measure it, but you know when you go into a new environment, you meet somebody for the first time, they are quite simply the brand of that organization for you. Let's take an example. Virgin Atlantic, being from the UK, I often talk about them, a very strong brand. Often when we go up to that check-in desk at the Virgin Atlantic check-in, we're met with somebody that we can expect to meet. They're bubbly, they look at you when they speak to you, they're attentive, they're well-groomed. If you suddenly met with somebody on that check-in desk that looks like they've just got out of bed, looks tired, looks sloppy, doesn't look at you in the eye, doesn't smile, you don't just associate those standards with that one individual. What you do subconsciously is to then start to associate those standards with the rest of the organization. It gives you a subconscious flavor of what that organization stands for. So you might start to think to yourself, or maybe they're not investing in their people like they were. Maybe their training programs aren't as good as they used to be. Therefore, what about the in-flight crew training? What about the pilot training? What about maintenance of the aircraft? Are they making cutbacks there as well? And we start to get a view or a feeling or a flavor of the organization through that one person that we've dealt with in that short space of time. So what I'm saying to you today is that experience you give to your customers, whatever industry you're in, is what your brand consists of today. So the walking tall methodology is a 7-stage process to get in touch with what you stand for authentically, what your core is, what you bring to the table in terms of values and strengths and behaviors, talents, motivators, drivers. I give them the tools to clarify that within the walking tall methodology and then to package and project that consistently.